Hello everybody and welcome back to Satisfactory 1.1, where today we're going to be finishing off this oil factory built last episode. So if you remember, the reason that we had to stop with this oil factory is because we ran out of encased industrial beams. However, I did go over to this concrete node and set up a temporary industrial beam factory, so we should... There we go. That should be everything we need for a little bit. Okay, so over here at the fluid buffers, we can actually see that they have filled up, and that has caused all of our plastic and rubber production to stop. So I'm going to go ahead, I just flushed them. Now we should be able to get a few more bits and pieces of what we need. Anyways, let's go on and actually get building on these fuel generators. Now, I'm not sure how I want to build these. If anything, it might be better to just go into the blueprint designer. I don't have modular frames. Hold on. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I'm out of modular frames. Well, I might as well go home and unlock the Logistics Mark IV as well, since I completely forgot to do that. Let me just grab what I need. Finally, getting back to base, I just grabbed all of the modular frames and the rubber. And there we go, Logistics Mark IV. I think we finally have everything needed to actually start work on all of these generators. And if I'm missing something else, I don't even know. This is just genuinely... I'm gonna right now do a time lapse. I'm gonna speed it up and I'm just gonna show you guys how long it takes to get there and back every time. And there we go, the whole journey. Sheesh. Unfortunately, the blueprint designer is not big enough to fit more than one fuel generator, and I am not running back to the hub to unlock the bigger blueprint. The bigger blueprint machine. So we're just gonna do all this one by one, which I don't think is actually gonna be that bad. Like, look, we already have down 6. There's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we can't fit any more than that. Now, my biggest concern is, if that was only 11, how are we supposed to fit 29 more in? Unless we just start, like... Sheesh, I don't even know. We're gonna have to... I don't know. I'll figure it out, and I'll update you guys in a bit. Unfortunately, I have run out of rubber. Because these these machines back here keep filling up with fuel too quickly. Look, they're already full again. What can I do? Every time I go and flush out the pipe network, they immediately refill. Anyways, I decided to build these fuel generators up here first, so that way we can use this fuel to power these generators, and then that should mean that the fuel is going somewhere. And the polymer resin can start building up. And then the rubber will start building up. So all I have to do is just connect a few of these pipes and deconstruct these fluid buffers. And I should just be able to... What's the most straight looking like? Probably this one. It is indeed not a straight shot. I am blind. And that should be these... What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 refineries are now hooked up to all of these fuel generators. Perfect. And if I were to hook up these power lines together, we could see all of the power being added to our grid. All right, there. Eventually, once they all start coming online. Yup. This is just what I wanted to see. Perfect. And just a little while later, I do have all of the fuel generators done now. I did let it sit for a little, so we should see... Nah. These machines back here are still struggling to get all the resources. Like, why is this one yellow? Yeah. There's just not enough fuel getting back here yet, which I don't really know what to do about. Like, see, yeah, these keep turning on and off occasionally. Nothing I can really do about it. But I think this is, oh yeah, 3,500 from just these 15, and we have what, 40 total, I believe? So if I hook up all of these, we should see our power grid just come straight to life, which is exactly what I need. It does actually look like our plastic production has backed up, causing all of those generators back there to turn off. But it should just be as simple as this. And now the plastic and the polymer resin shouldn't be backed up, and these machines can turn back on. Which is something that we will have to be like greatly worried about and ensure does not happen. Because if we have like our world running off of this power and it goes down, eventually down the line, we're not going to be able to start it back up. It's going to be so far deep. We're going to need to turn on so many machines and stuff. We just won't be able to have a stable source of power to turn this back on. And this should be all of the generators on. Wow. 6,000 ish watts. That is absolutely amazing. I can't believe it. That is great. Compared to what? We're only getting like around 2,000 something now, which is a lot. But considering that one of our factories uses like 1,700 watts or something crazy like that, it's definitely going to be needed for all the stuff that we have planned and all the stuff that we have going on in the very near future. With all of this, I am beyond done with all of this. I'm just ready to go straight home and work on the next project. That of which will be starting work on computers. For now, the best way to go about this is just to set up all of the copper manufacturing and just bring all the plastic over by hand. Because there's absolutely no way I am running a conveyor belt all the way from what, like our oil plant back to base. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna wait for trains to do that. In a series of unfortunate events, trying to get Bongo Cat, I seem to have died. This is very unfortunate since we were doing... What? We were doing a complete deathless run, which is actually very sad. Wow, first death. And it happened just right here, just a stone's throw away. With our power problems far behind us and that horrible tragedy out the way, we should be able to unlock the manufacturers. Ta-da! And start production on our computers. Now, the main reason why I really want these computers is because of trains. I love trains so much. I genuinely think that this game has the best like train and resource movement management system that I've ever seen in any other game. I haven't played many games though, so please don't hate me. But yeah, our next step should be to find an open copper node somewhere and start building around that. There are a few down here, but there's not a lot of flat ground up here. I guess we could build right here, but there's an iron node there. I don't really think we have many options, actually. Well, it looks like we're building down there next to our iron factories. Our iron machines. So here we are now at the copper nodes, and I'm actually unsure what purity these are. And go ahead and check. Impure and impure. Perfect. Luckily, we don't actually need too much copper. It's not too much, I don't believe. But we are now faced with the issue I mentioned earlier. There's not a lot of flat ground over here. Yeah, that's all on a slope right there. This area is kind of on a slope too. I guess I could. Yeah, there's a lot of trees here. I don't know. I'm gonna block this area out and see what building space we actually have. So this here is kinda the general layout I have. I'm not sure how much space I'm gonna need, but I think this should be fine. I don't think we're gonna need too much. But the first thing we're probably gonna need to do is start with our copper, I guess. So we need 180 copper per minute. Do I have a blueprint for that? I have 240. Let's see. Should just be able to use this blueprint right here. So here are all of our smelters, and then we need an additional 4 constructors just for the wire. Let's see. Okay, I cannot use this blueprint wholly. Here are the 4 constructors for the copper wire, and they'll be going up here into these 2 to make cable. Okay, and I think this is the final factory. Yeah, okay. I should just be able to go down over here. I think I forgot to overclock one of you. Let's see. How am I gonna hook up power? Where's the nearest power source? I think that'd probably be this line over here. And there, that should be this whole factory on. Why are you not on? Did I not? I did not hook it up. There. Now the whole factory should be turning on. Yup. Why are you turning on? What? Why are you red? Oh, that's why. Not hooked up. Wait, why are you all red? Oh, I don't have the recipe set. Okay. Copper, wire, and I think it was just these 4. Yep. Everything. Okay, why are you red? Didn't set the recipes again. Whoops. Seems like there's going to be a recurring theme. I did actually have to use more of my precious power shards and overclock these 2 because I built these 2 and didn't realize that I actually needed 4, and there was no way I was going to fit 2 more in right here while still making it look pretty. So I just decided to overclock it a little. I did actually forget that we're going to need to put plastic in that storage bin. Hopefully in the future we can get a train running up through here. But in the meantime, we're just going to do it all by hand. Should be able to put our plastic right there. And we should start seeing our first few computers come through. Yeah, it looks like it was just missing a little bit of plastic and circuit boards. There we go. Man, I love these color-coded factories where you can see like each product, like where it's being made exactly. As you can see, the copper goes over there, goes into all these machines. Copper comes through here into there. Plastic goes through here. Cable goes through there. I really like this green also. But let's see. I'm gonna actually change this to a tier 1 belt, so we should be able to see it a little bit better. Oh. And there we go, our first computer produced in the whole playthrough. Looks like a little radio. That doesn't even look like a computer. Wow. We've come a long way. But with that, I think I'm going to end the episode here. If you enjoyed, why don't you go check out last episode, when we started our oil production that led to all of this.